Morning, great morning, great morning. It is Friday. Yes, honey, it is Friday. I am super excited about it. Hold on, y'all. Let me share. Come on in. Let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. All right, I'm going to go ahead and share. Great morning, great morning, great morning. Y'all let me know who's here and where you're tuning in from. This word is absolutely going to bless you. I'm so excited about this word. It is simply a reminder, and sometimes we need a reminder. Hold on, let me share. Let me share. Get to it, get to it. Good morning. I don't know who this is. Put your name in so that I'll know who it is. You guys, if your name doesn't show up, then it means that you've got to give StreamYard permission to show your name, to show your information. You have to give it permission. So hold on, y'all. Oh, Christina, I see you, girl. I see you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. That's kind of crazy. Let me see who else is on here. Mm, that's crazy. I don't know why it's not showing names, but let me share, y'all. Let me share real quick. All right. I listen, girl. I don't know, April. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Like on Facebook, I can see, I can see you, but I can't not hear. Like, and when I'm looking in StreamYard, I can't see. I know, girl. I know. They've done some reboots, so that may be why, or at least part of the reason why. Let me go ahead and share to these groups. And you guys can help me share to the groups that you're a part of. That way, I don't have to do that. I'm going to share to some groups that I know most of you are not a part of. Let me tell y'all something. There is some exciting stuff that's happening. There's some exciting stuff that's happening. And I'm so fired up, y'all. I'm so fired up about what God is doing and how he's doing it. And I'm looking forward to like really sharing that with you all. And man, us doing some things together. I'm excited about that. Hold on. Hmm. If you guys could do forward focus, prophetic drive by, destiny driven, that would be great. That way I can go ahead and focus on some other things and other groups, and we can go ahead and get started. Great morning, everyone. I am so excited that you're here today. I'm excited that we have this opportunity to get together on the last day of the work week, right? And we can talk about what God is saying because he's been very active and speaking a lot, especially in the midst of everything that's going on. So I know that I am very excited about what he's saying and how he's lining things up. All right. So hold on. All right. So you don't have reverb going. Okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you guys. Um, Please, right now, I can't see who's commenting. I'm gonna try to refresh and see if it'll let me see, but I can't see who's commenting. Okay, so hold on. Don't go anywhere, y'all. Okay, somebody put a comment in so that I can see if it is working now. Mm-mm, no. No, it's not. It's not working. I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all got to just kind of put who it is so that I'll know who it is commenting. But listen, this morning, God woke me up early. I've been up since probably about three something in the morning. And there were just all these things that were playing in my head, all these things that were going on. I came in, I finally just got up and came into my office and began to do something. God gave me some divine inspiration. And so I began to work on something that He had told me to do. And I'm going to talk about some things that God has really pushed me to do over this last 60 days of the year. Hey, how you doing, Phoenicia? Now I can see YouTube. Now I don't know why I can't see Facebook, but I can see YouTube. Okay. So I'm going to talk about those things, but I want to start with this. You know, we really have to lean into God's grace. God has given us the grace to deal with, to navigate, to go through anything that we have to, anything. It doesn't matter what it is. God has given us the grace to prosper even under the regime, the presidency of Donald Trump. I want you all to understand this because I think that sometimes we get so caught up in what we want to happen that we don't understand that sometimes what God will do is allow something to happen that looks like a loss in order to set you up for a win. He will allow something to happen that looks like a loss to set you up for a win. And I'm going to say this, I did not, just so that we're clear, vote for Trump. However, let me say this because I want you to understand something. I read a post written by our CVO, and he was talking about, even though, he may not have been the one that you wanted, and it was this whole post, right? And it made you think it was a PSA, and it made you think it was talking about Donald Trump, but he was talking about Tom Brady. But the truth of the matter is that post is still true for Donald Trump. Now, listen, I am not a Trumpite, but what I'm going to tell you is this: the moment you began to see what God is doing by Trump being in presidency is the moment that you create the plan that generates wealth for your family, regardless of what happens in our society. The moment you realize, and I want you to hear me, the moment you realize what God is doing with Trump's presidency and create a plan, you accept what God has done, you get in alignment with God on what he wants and needs you to do, right? Because I think one of the things that happens, can you guys hear me? Because somebody was saying that they can't hear me. So let me know that you guys can hear me because I want you to hear this. I don't want to be saying it and y'all can't hear. I need y'all to hear this. Okay. They may have to go out and come back in. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. Yeah, something that's going on with Facebook. I don't know. I don't have time to be bogged down with it. So you've got to understand that God is doing something with Trump in presidency. He's doing something. God is up to something. I know you don't think that God would do something or allow something without a plan for his people. He says in his words that he will give us, insight. He does nothing without first showing the prophets. And I don't know about anybody else. I could not see the end of this election clearly. I couldn't see it. Maybe some other people did. I couldn't see it clearly. I didn't know which way it was going to go. I knew it was going to be close, but I didn't know which way it was going to tip. Okay. But regardless of which way it tipped, and I'm going to say this, and people can be offended, they can be whatever. The thing that happens a lot of times when Democrats are in office is a sense of entitlement, right? A sense of entitlement that makes people feel like they are owed something. And yes, we were promised 40 acres and a mule. We didn't get 40 acres and a mule. Ain't nobody finna give us 40 acres and a mule. So if we want 40 acres and a mule, we got to figure out how to get that for ourselves. Okay? I'm just telling y'all, we got to come out of this. I'm waiting for someone to give me. Listen, no one is coming to rescue you. You have to rescue yourself. You have to be a participant in your own liberation, your own freedom. And I say this and I say this and I say this, but God is not even getting ready to free you when you don't want to be free. And some people don't want to be free. They like being in bondage. They like being the way they are. They don't want to change, right? That's just the truth of the matter. So what we've got to do is we've got to figure out, how do I participate in my own liberation, my own economic liberation, my own spiritual liberation, my own physical liberation, my own mental liberation, my own emotional liberation? How do I participate in my own liberation? When you can figure out how to participate in your own liberation, then you have control over you. Just you. You can't control anybody else. But what you can control is you. Hey, Cyrus. You can control you. And I don't know about you, but the fact that I can control me lets me know that there's some things that I have to do. If I want to see change, there's some stuff I have to do. If you want to see change, there's some stuff you have to do. That's just the reality of it. It's not popular. It's not fun. People don't like it because they want someone to rescue them. Even as women, good morning. Even as women, we want a man to come rescue us. I need a husband. I want a man to come rescue us because we saw it in fairy tales. The prince came and rescued the woman in distress. We're waiting for our knight in shining armor. Well, how about our knight in shining armor might actually have a uniform on? He doesn't have on the royal garbs, right? But that doesn't mean he's not our prince. And I'm not telling you that you need to settle. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying that who God has for you might not look the way you think they're going to look. They might not come in the package that you think they're coming in. Men, the woman that God has for you, because I'm going to tell you something, as a man, the worst thing in the world that you can do is marry the wrong woman. But also, as a husband, you have the opportunity to help that woman transform. You can't change her, but you have the opportunity to pour into her to assist her in her evolution. And women, we have the opportunity to pour into a man to assist him in his evolution. Now, let me get back to leaning into God's grace and why this is so important. If God has given us the grace to not just survive, but thrive under President Trump, then we have an obligation to do what's necessary to thrive. If God has given us the grace, and he has, to not just survive, but thrive under President Trump, then we have an obligation to do what's necessary to see that thriving through. You're not going to thrive without work. You're not going to thrive without change. You won't. But if you tap in to what God is doing in this season, economically, physically, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally, then you will see a level of thriving you've not seen before. I'm telling y'all, God has set up his people, but we've got to change our mindset. If you've been operating under the mindset that someone is going to just give it to me, or it's just going to happen without work, baby, you are in for a rude awakening. But please awaken. Because the truth of the matter is, many of us have been walking around asleep. We've been like the walking dead. Almost zombies, doing the same routine day in and day out and nothing changing. Us not changing, us not growing, our finances not growing. And not understanding that our growth and our financial growth are connected. They're connected. When God is trying to shift you, he will often, something will happen to your finances and you'll see stuff go like, well, wait a minute. And then you will feel like you're in the wilderness or you're in a desert. Depending, remember from Monday's prophetic drive-by, remember, whether you're in the wilderness or the desert determines what you need. And if you don't know what you need, you don't know what to ask for. So when you know where you are, you know your location, then you can ask for what you need to get to your destination. You cannot get to your destination without first knowing your location. Oh, I wish somebody heard that right there and caught that, both in the spirit and in the natural. I can't know how to get to a location, a destination, if I don't know my location. Even if you're trying to use Waze or the GPS, it's going to ask you, what do you want me to use as your location? Do you want me to use your precise location? Do you want me to use an address? What do you want me to use as your location? And once it knows what you want it to use as your location, once your location has been identified, then the direction to your destination can be identified. We know we want to make $10,000 a month, but we don't know where we are right now because we're afraid to look at the numbers. We know we want to make $10,000 a month, but we don't have a plan to make $10,000 a month. We don't have a vehicle to make $10,000 a month. You got to know your location in order to get to your destination. There's no way you're going to know how to get to your destination without first knowing your location. Once you figure out your location, then a route can be developed for your destination. but we've got to lean into God's grace, because the truth of the matter is we can't always see everything. We can't see everything. And sometimes we know our location, we know our destination, but God only gives us a step by step, blow by blow direction to our destination. We can't see the whole route. You know how in your GPS, you can open it up and you can see the route, you can see the beginning, and it'll show you all the route. It'll give you the detailed list of every turn that you're going to make. Oh, I want you to know in this season, you might not be able to see all that, but it does not mean that God won't get you to your destination. It simply means that you've got to lean into God's grace and trust him. So I said, angel number 5. See, I'm gonna tell y'all something about God. God don't be playing. He don't be playing. He don't be playing. He don't be playing. Angel number 5. The number 5 can indicate that major changes are coming, such as a change in a relationship, job, or location. My God. It can also mean that transformations are happening behind the scenes, but you are on the right path. The number 5 can represent independence, adaptability, versatility, and resourcefulness. It can also encourage people to embrace new beginnings and strive for personal growth. The number 5 can be a reminder to trust your intuition and make positive choices that align with your authentic self. Seeing the number 5 can mean that you are adding value to the world through your consciousness and information. The number 5 can embody adventure and freedom and connect to change, independence, and versatility. This message is usually connected to changes that will boost your spiritual journey and put you in good stead for the next cycle of life. The energy of angel number 5 is positive, but it may show up when you are going through difficult times. It means significant changes are on the horizon. Now, let me tell y'all why I said God is 5 is also the number of grace. 5 is the number of grace, right? Not only that, this morning, what God said to me was, he said, listen, I want you to tell the people to put a grace seed in the ground. And he said, 55.55, 555.55, $5.55, right? He said a grace seed with the number 5. So for angel number 5 to be the number that keeps showing up, that keeps right. Listen, I don't care if it's only 5 of you on here. You understand? God is confirming that his grace is sufficient. I don't care what you're going through. I don't care what you've been through. God's grace is sufficient. And even in the midst of having a Republican president, a Republican Senate, and a Republican House, you understand? God's grace is sufficient. God's grace is sufficient. God's got us, and he will give us strategies, ideas, witty inventions, things that we need in order to accomplish what we need to accomplish. And I'm a witness to it. This is a season, and I want y'all to catch this, right? This is a season where God is going to remind you of some gifts and skill sets that you possess that you put down. God is going to remind you of some gifts and some skill sets that you possess that you put down. He is going to give you new gifts and skill sets. This is the time to build skill sets that produce resources, skill sets that produce finances, skill sets that produce innovation. But align with your authentic self and your purpose. So yesterday, God blows my mind, okay? So with the death of my sister friend, Michelle Mickey Benton, it took me back to some things that we did together. It took me back to being introduced to Forex trading. It took me back to God telling me to start Pips, Praise, and Profits, and to trade together and listen to worship music and worship God while we were trading, right? To do trading from a very spiritual perspective and not just a financial perspective. And as I was thinking about this and I'm looking at the pictures and I'm looking at what we did, the $50 challenge, where we started trading with $50 to help people get over their fear of trading, their fear of losing, their fear of not knowing how to do it. Baby, when I tell you that God then sent someone, I want you to listen to me, who is now a 7-figure trader, to remind me of my impact on their trading and how I helped them learn how to trade in Pips, Praise, and Profits. How they enjoyed getting on the sessions. How they enjoyed the worship. And how I needed to start back. So yesterday, I made a decision. I'm doing a Pips, Praise, and Profits reboot. A Pips, Praise, and Profits reboot. Now, this reboot is designed to help people start trading again. Maybe you used to trade and you stopped because you lost a lot of money, right? You do lose money when you trade. I'm just telling y'all, trading is risky, okay? So that we know that, right? There is risk inherent in trading, just so you know, right? But you may want to get back started trading, but you don't have a lot of money to start with, but you want to trade. You want to learn the skill set. You want to tap into that app. Remember on Wednesday, I talked about how it was Wednesday. On Wednesday, I talked about how we've got to invest. We've got to invest. We've got to learn how to invest. And investing can mean trading. It can mean stocks. It can mean all these different things, but all of them, real estate, but all of them require capital. And I talked about the power of the Forex industry. Forex is a $7 trillion a day industry. $7 trillion a day flows through the Forex market. 7 trillion, not billion, not million, 7 trillion. You don't have to get a lot out of the market in order to become successful as a trader, right? So, but there are things that you've got to learn. There are things you got to learn, things you got to learn about you, things that you got, ways that you have to grow. My God, God just dropped something in my spirit. Ooh. God, you better connect the dots. So I'm doing a Pips, Praise, and Profits reboot and this amazing and incredible Forex educator who is a 7-figure trader with licenses and all that has agreed to partner with me to do a 3-day boot camp. We're doing a 3-day boot camp. This 3-day boot camp is going to be off the chain. You're going to learn how to trade. You're going to learn all those things. And listen to this. We're going to use it to jump off our $50 trading plan. I'm not calling it a challenge. It's not a challenge, but it's a $50 trading plan. And we're going to start with $50. And we're going to work to grow our money and grow our skills and grow our emotional intelligence when it comes to trading and overcoming our saboteurs, right? As it relates to trading. But we're doing it all from a spiritual perspective. Y'all, I am super excited about this because this is about to be a game changer for many people who've wanted to tap in and have been unable to tap in. If you want to be a part of the Pips, Praise, and Profits reboot, Put reboot in the comment. Put reboot in the comments. And what I'll do is I will send you the link. We're going to have a Telegram group. We're going to operate primarily from the Telegram group, but we're also going to have the Facebook group that we're going to take advantage of. Put reboot in the comments. If you're listening to the replay, put reboot in the comments. Inbox reboot to me, right? Let me know that you want to be a part of the reboot. Now, I want you to understand this. For many people, though they've seen the success that people have with trading, there are those who have made it look like it was a get-rich-quick scheme. And if you're looking for a get-rich-quick scheme, that is not this. But if you're looking for an opportunity to learn a skill set that will allow you to create revenue, right? And tap into that market, that is exactly what this is. It's not a get-rich-quick. It's not what this is. But you will get some basic skills that will help you. And if you so choose to, you will be able to apply those skills to your life. Okay? I see you guys. I see you. Hold on. Okay. Can't see everybody, but you know it's you. You know it's you, okay? If you are afraid of trading, you feel like you can't learn it. I'm going to tell you guys some stories. When I did Pips, Praise, and Profits, and I think this is the reason that the group grew so fast and so many people joined from all over the world. I made trading, setup, and entering a trade so simple that a fifth grader could do it. Literally. My fifth graders at the Way were trading. This reboot is about helping ordinary people learn a skill set that can revolutionize their life. It's about helping felons who cannot get a job revolutionize their life. It's about helping strippers who want to get off the pole and out of the club revolutionize their life. It's about helping people who are on a fixed income revolutionize their life. There are no guarantees, but there is an opportunity. And that's what I want you all to understand. There are no guarantees, but there is an opportunity. And if you want to be a part of that opportunity, put reboot in the comments, inbox me, let me know. I'll send you the link to the Telegram group. We're going to get started. I'm going to start doing some live trading sessions again. I haven't done live trading sessions in a long time, but we're going to get on and we're going to do some trading so that you can see. We're going to talk about how to set up MetaTrader 5. We're going to talk about those things to help you just get some foundation so that you don't feel so overwhelmed by it. And I think that's the biggest thing. People feel so overwhelmed by it. And I don't want you to feel overwhelmed. I'm here to help demystify trading. Help you develop discipline, because that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. So I put that out there, right? This is the next thing. You have to lean into God's grace in every area of your life, right? So you guys may have seen that I lost 25 pounds in 3 months, right? And God gave me, I want you to hear this, God gave me a strategy for that. And y'all, I will be honest with you, out of those 3 months, I may have been in the gym. Don't judge me. I may have been in the gym 8 times in those 3 months. I did not lose it because I was in the gym all the time. I didn't. But God did give me a strategy to lose it. Okay. And I'm getting ready to go on my next 90-day journey, right? 30 days at a time, right? but I've got 25 pounds more to lose to get to my weight, my ideal weight. I've got 25 more pounds to lose to get to the weight I want to be at. Okay. Not the weight they say I should be, but to get to the weight that I want to be at. Okay. If you want to join me on that journey, okay, put health in the comments. Put health in the comments. Y'all, this is not a crash diet. This is not a don't eat at all. This is none of that. This is none of that. I'm telling y'all, this is maintainable. This is a strategy that is maintainable. It is a way of living. I see you. I see you. I don't know who it is, but I see you. Okay. So I want you to know that you can change your physical well-being by making some different choices, adding some things and subtracting some things, adding some things and subtracting some things. Okay. Now, there's no cost to be a part of this group. I will make some recommendations based on what I'm doing. You don't have to do that. Okay. There are products that I use. You don't have to use the products, but I'm going to talk about how the products have impacted my journey. Okay. But you don't have to purchase products in order to do this and be a part of this 90-day journey. Okay. You all, God has given us everything we need to transform our lives. Everything. And it's up to us to activate it. It's up to us. November is the month of new, but it is also the month of God's grace. God's grace is showing up in great measure right now. And you've got to understand that God is moving on your behalf. And what God is doing is going to bless those who get in alignment. It's not for everybody. Everybody's not going to get it. But those who get it will get it. And they'll have an opportunity to impact the lives of others. Y'all, I pray that this word blessed you. I pray that it gave you some insight, it gave you some hope, and that it encouraged you. Because God is doing something amazing in the lives of his people. And it's up to us to tap into that. Now, if you feel led to sow the seed, the grace seed, you can do so at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777, Cash App $DRV Johnson 777, 55, 55, 555, or a multiple of 5, right? Or 555, 55, or 5,555, 55. You can sow that seed at Cash App $DRV Johnson 777. Let's reboot our lives. Right? Let's learn how to do this thing and let's maximize it. Look, I love you guys to life and life more abundant. Have an amazing, incredible, and epic day. Y'all be blessed. Mwah.